Hey, what's happening, guys? My name is Tony. In this video, I'm going to cover the top cases for the Samsung Galaxy S10 and then pick my favorites. This is your first time on my channel? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe and stick around to watch more of my content. If you've already subscribed or you've already watched my videos before, I can't thank you enough. Anyway, as you guys can see here, I have assembled 7 of the top cases on Amazon for the Samsung Galaxy S10, and I want to kind of go over them and pick my favorites here. So, as you can see, I have a wide variety of cases. So I have one from Torras, I have 2 from ESR, I have 2 from Spigen, 1 from Caseology, and then 1 from Supcase, and this is a really rugged case. So why don't I bring it on in here, you guys, get a little bit closer, and I'll go over each case one by one and kind of break down some of the pros and the cons of them all. Alright guys, as you can see, I've assembled quite an array of different cases here. I'll kind of go one by one here. We'll start here at the Supcase, which is called the Unicorn Beetle Pro. So as you can see, this is a really ruggedized case here. It does have a kickstand on the back, so if you wanted to set up your phone to view it, if you're at work or what have you, you can set it up here. It has its own kickstand. Now, getting this case on and off is quite a bit of a treat. It's a little bit different than your standard TPU case, I would say, but that's okay. So if we pop it in here, it's a little bit difficult because it's separated. It is actually 2 pieces. So you just pop this out here. Let's see if I can do this gracefully on camera without making this explode all over my table here. All right, so as you can see, there is a front piece here. And this just goes around the bezel of the phone, and it has, you know, the instructions here, separating front case here. And this is the ruggedized back piece. It's pretty standard. I mean, this doesn't feel too out of place. It is, you know, it is pretty ruggedized. So I would say this is something that's good for somebody that maybe works in a construction industry, something that's out and about. It does also come with a belt clip here. I haven't used one of these, or haven't seen somebody use one of these in probably 10 years. You know, other than maybe my father or my grandpa or something like that. I didn't really know these were still a thing, but I guess if you are a construction supervisor or something like that, this might come in handy. All right, let's move on from this one. So we have here the Caseology Parallax. So if you can't see here, it's got some ribbed feelings. This is kind of nice. I would call it kind of grippiness. So I'll put the phone in here and just kind of see what it looks like, see what it feels like. Oh, oops, folded the corner in there, so you had a little issue there. All right, so there is the phone in the case. So it looks like this is actually 2 pieces. It looks like the middle rubber piece is actually inside of this plastic piece, and then it comes out around the edges here. So it is kind of interesting. It looks like it probably gives really good corner protection because these are hard corners that are stuffed with this rubber. Now, the one thing I will say about it, it does kind of give it a little bit of a bulkier feel just because it is 2 pieces. It isn't 2 pieces like this one necessarily, but it is a little bit stronger of a case. I do like this ribbed back here just because it feels like it gives it a nice grip, and my fingers kind of fit in here when I grab it. I have a tendency to hold my phone with my pinky, so it is nice that my fingers from behind it can have something to kind of grip onto. So I really like that as somebody who uses my phone one-handed most of the time. All right, we'll move on to the next case here. We'll rip this one off, and we'll move on to the Neo Hybrid case from Spigen. I guess I'm not sure how you say that. I've always used Spigen cases previously with my other phones, so I'm really familiar with their cases. So, you know, I should probably flip this around so you guys can read it instead of me. I already know what they are, so sorry about that. So like I said, I've always used Spigen cases, and I've always been a huge fan of them. Now, I haven't had a phone with these side screens before, so I'm always kind of curious how these feel. All right, so it's definitely a very high quality cover. I don't really like that this is blue. I assumed that this was going to be black and silver, and I kind of don't really like it that it kind of clashes with the black phone. I know that it's 2019 and you can wear black with navy blue now, but I really like this silver because I thought it would kind of bring out the elements of the white phone. I mean, not show the white phone, but it would kind of make it feel like anything but just a black on black phone, you know? So I guess I'm a little disappointed that it's navy blue or whatever color it is, royal blue, instead of being a solid black. And that could have been my fault, and it probably is. I probably didn't read what it said very closely. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice case. Again, it has the ripples on the back here, so it is something to grip onto. So it doesn't feel too bad to me. All right, let's move on to the next Spigen case here. And that is called the Slim Armor CS. So the benefit to this one is it is kind of it's like a soft, it's like a standard Spigen case with a hard back on it, and I'll kind of show you what that is here in a second. So if you're used to carrying a wallet or whatever and you don't carry a money clip, this is one of the nice features of this phone. You can keep your credit cards in here. I don't know how much money can fit in there, but I'm guessing it probably fits 2 or 3 credit cards, debit card, that kind of thing. So it's kind of nice if you you know, are traveling and you just don't want to have your pockets full of stuff, or maybe even at work, whatever. It is really nice. Now, the downside of this case, it's a little slippery because it is just smooth plastic. Now, since I've gotten this and used it a little bit, I will say that the back has gotten a little bit tacky. And I don't know if that's because it's got some oils on it now, so like my skin is causing something to stick to it a little bit more. I'm not really sure, but when I took it right out of the package, I'm like, there is no way I could absolutely use this because it is so slippery in my hands. And I just feel like I would drop it all the time. But right now, it doesn't feel too bad. Again, it is a little bit thicker just because of the magic back here. So if thickness is a concern to you, I definitely would avoid this case. As you can see, the cutout hole, I don't know if you can see the depth here, is pretty big. So obviously it is quite a bit deeper than most of the other cases. So all right, let's move on here. Now the next one I have is an ESR case. It is, I think this is the glass back case. This is a case that honestly had not great reviews. Everybody said that it's supposed to be tempered glass, but they said, oh, it's plastic, it's plastic, it's plastic, it's plastic. I don't know what it is. It definitely sounds plastic, but I mean, if you've picked up a tempered glass screen protector, you know, does that really feel like glass? I mean, it feels smooth, and this definitely feels smooth. But anyway, this has TPU sides here, nice cushioning in the corners. So it, you know, I think it can absorb a fall pretty easily. This is, so we'll slide this in here. So this is a really slim case. The camera is basically flush. It's not quite flush here, but it is basically flush. So I'm assuming if you drop it, you're gonna be okay as long as you don't fall on a pebble or something. It's like the right amount of thickness, and the back is nice and hard, and it gives the phone a really, really, really nice feel to it. It gives it some textures around the corner here, and I really, really like that. I think it fits in my hand nice. It's, you know, it's texturized. It's not texturized, but it's like really soft TPU rubber around the outside. So it's nice and easy to grip onto. Doesn't feel like it's gonna slip out of my hand. This is, right now, I will tell you right now, this is one of my favorite cases that maybe I've ever used, just because this is such a sleek phone, and I feel like if you don't have a sleek case, it kind of does it a disservice. All right, let's move on to the next ESR case here. This is the ESR Mimic case. So this is just a basic clear TPU case. I really wanted to get a clear case because of the pearl white back of the phone. I really wanted to show this off, and I was hoping that a clear case would allow me to do that, just because it's a little bit better than having a boring black phone. All right, so we'll slip this one on. So the nice thing about this one, it has like buffered corners. I guess I'm not sure what this is, but it has bumpers on here. I guarantee that this could take quite a spill and your phone is going to be all right. I really like that feature. I really think it adds a layer of protection while also keeping the case smooth and slim. You know, I think the buttons are really easy to press. It doesn't feel like they're really hard. In fact, one of my favorite features when a phone case does these buttons that are actually open in here, so that they're not actually, it's not solid, and so it allows the buttons to press quite a bit easier, and I'm really a big fan of that, and this case really delivers on that fact. All right, so moving on to the last case, but not the least case. This is the case I actually ordered for myself and I had planned on using. This is a Torras, also a clear case. And this is just a basic TPU case. Again, I was going for a basic case that also showed off the back of my phone. This looked like a little bit more of a premium product than the ESR, and I guess I'm a little torn. It is nice. It does have some weird like grid pattern inside here, so it kind of makes the back look a little bit different, and so I'm not sure how I feel about that, but at the end of the day, really, I'm putting a case on here not for appearance. I mean, I want it to look good, but I'm doing it for, you know, protection. I tend to throw my phone, you know, whatever, drop it, so I want something that's going to protect it. It does have a nice lip around the edge here, and it does do a good job of allowing you to swipe the whole screen still. And as I mentioned in the other one about having the button cutouts here, this one does not have the button cutouts. It looks like they're like countersink in there. So, I mean, it works okay. And I used this one actually all day and all day yesterday when I got the phone. So, I mean, it's okay. I definitely used it. But I would probably pick the ESR over it, you know, if I had to do it over again. Once you've seen all the cases in action, kind of give you my review on them, I'm going to go ahead and pick my favorites here. Now, there's going to be a couple different categories just because I realize not everybody is looking for the same thing. Now, the first thing I will say, if you're really looking for a case that really just gives it the ultimate protection and you really don't have to worry about what happens if you drop it, you have to go with the Supcase Unicorn Beetle Pro. I mean, this thing is absolutely rugged. It is the best thing ever if you are looking to just absolutely protect your phone. It says it is drop protection with military standard. So that means that this thing is meant to take a beating. So, you know, you can't go wrong if you are looking for protection. Now, if you're not looking for this much protection, I'm going to pick the next level of protection here, and that has to be the Caseology one, the one that I mentioned that has kind of the dimples in the back here. And it's called the Caseology Parallax. I think this case is absolutely fantastic. It gives the flexibility of the TPU with probably the strength of a harder case just because these edges are quite a bit stronger than what most cases are. Now, the next case, and my phone is actually already in this case, and that is going to be the ESR with the tempered glass back that got bad reviews on Amazon. I don't see anything wrong with this case. If it's not tempered glass, who cares? At the end of the day, it works as it's supposed to, and it really, really functions well. Now, the next thing that I will say, if you are looking for a case that carries something so you don't have to carry a wallet with you, you really can't go wrong with this Spigen case with the little pocket in the back. This is something that I've always wanted and just never really pulled the trigger on because I wasn't sure how I would like it. But this is something that's definitely going to stay with me, you know, even though I am going to take this ESR glass back case. This is something that I've really, really found handy, and I think you will as well. So now out of these next two, I'm just going to pick one, and really what I'm going to pick, I think I'm going to pick this Torras one. Because, and the reason why I'm going to pick this one is it is probably the thinnest case that I tested. So if you were looking for something that's basically naked on your phone, this is it. It caused me like no disruptions today or anything when using it. It was really comfortable in the hand, and quite frankly, I'm a really big fan of it. Anyway, that's really all I have on these cases. Of course, I'm going to leave everything down in the description down below for all of these so you can check them out for yourself. Maybe there's going to be conflicting reviews and my review is not going to be what you need. Well, that's fine. I will link you to the Amazon page for all of these so you can check them out for yourself. Hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, definitely hit that like button. If you love this video a lot, definitely subscribe to my channel as I'll have regular updates going forward. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.